5 a.m. and it is 22 degrees outside, and we're here to pick up Steve to head to the Everglades, which is about 12 and a half hours or so away. So we got a little bit of a haul ahead of us, but we should arrive in 80 degree weather, which is definitely what we're going for here. So we've been driving all morning. We have finally made it to the Sunshine State. We still got like 6 hours to go before we're anywhere near where we're fishing, but fishing is in the future, way down I-75. All right, 850 miles and 13 hours later, we have landed in South Florida in the Everglades to do a little camping fishing trip. Myself, Colby, and Steve, co-pilot, putting on some war paint. We are gonna try to get some snook and some redfish. That's the mission. We're paddling about 8 miles out. We got a campsite on an island, and we're gonna try to get some snook and some redfish. Got some regular rods, and if we're lucky, we're gonna try to get something on a fly rod. So we're gonna get loaded up here. We're gonna get paddling out there. We got 8 miles ahead of us. The tides are in our favor, pretty low winds, and it's definitely a lot warmer than the 22 degrees we left down in up in North Carolina.
All right, 3 days in the kayaks. We're gonna camp out on some remote islands and try and catch as many fish as we can in a couple days.
What's your biggest goal?
Biggest goal, see a tarpon dance through the water on my rod. You know, yours would be okay too, but you know.
All right, guys, we made it across the channel in pretty good time, I'd say. What do you think, Steve? Not too bad. A little windy. Definitely going against the tide, which was not the plan. But, you know, all in all, I'd say we did pretty good. Made it across pretty good time. We're kind of just messing around, letting the tide shift, because if we're lucky, it'll really kind of carry us out a little better. So, but really pretty here. High tide's got a lot of action going on around here. A lot of cool birds. Saw some dolphins already, so so far so good. Few big fish, Steve. What do you got? Yeah. You wanna, here, grab this.
Damn, buddy!
Right. Let go. All right, get him in there, Steve. Don't mess it up. Oh, it's a tiny net!
Oh! What's up?
What's up, dude?
How you doing?
Damn, look at that.
Yeah, here. So cool out here. We got, I'm trying to get a shot of it, but we got some dolphins playing. And at one point it literally looked like it was gonna jump into Steve's kayak. Crazy. They're cool. They're just working the same points we are. They're just ahead of us, of course, scaring all the fish away. All right, ladyfish and now a trout. Doing pretty good. Sun's setting though. We still got quite a bit of a paddle to get where we're going, so we're gonna have to kind of bear down and get us over there. Kind of look out into the open ocean where we're at now though. We are in morning one, day 2, and we are at camp. We paddled in last night right at the edge of darkness, so we really just kind of got settled and got ourselves some dinner made, some delicious shrimp scampi in the wild, which was awesome, thanks to courtesy Chef Steve over there. But the landscape this morning is quite different. Very foggy rolling in and out of here. The tide is way low. There's pelicans all over the place. And we had a lot of visitors in the evening. The bugs were pretty bad. As you can see, I got a little eaten up here, but you know, not too bad. Thanks, Sawyer. And you know, overall, it's a pretty good night. We'll let Steve tell you about our visitors, but first, let's take a gander at our little camp here. We got Steve here getting ready to make some coffee.
Oh yeah.
Who's also made a hell of a cowboy camp setup here. Utilizing our Seastream anglers here as tent poles effectively. I've got a stakeout pole here running some guidelines. Little bug net.
Gotta have the bug net out here.
And Steve, tell us about our visitors we had last night.
I had to defend camp from a horde of raccoons. It was kind of nerve-wracking, actually. You can see I've got items spaced out in my bug net so that they wouldn't touch me. But man, they were coming right through here, pulling on stuff, trying to get into our food. So it looks a mess here, but I stacked like paddles, sandals, fishing rods on anywhere that our food was, so if they made a sound, I'd hear them.
That's wilderness camping. You never really know what kind of friends you're going to make out here. But I will say, I'm glad the rangers told us they were raccoons, because anytime you would scan the edge last night with a headlamp, you would just see eyes looking back at you, and if I was not aware it was raccoons, I probably would have been a little more freaked out. So anyway, let's get some coffee going, and it's low tide, so we're gonna get paddle around, hopefully get some top water, and Steve needs a snook, and I need a redfish. Whew, out on the water, day 2 here. I'm not sure how loud the wind is right now, but getting in some overcast, a little windy today, so tide's coming in, so hopefully we'll get a little action. And hopefully get some of that on video today, so stay tuned. Well guys, we're down here in South Florida, and we're really putting the angler through its paces. We're out here in Everglades National Park. We've dealt with some wind, we've dealt with currents. We've really kind of been testing this boat, and I gotta say, the Angler 120, the paddle version, not the PD, is really holding its own. I mean, we loaded up 3 days worth of stuff: coolers, water, ice, food, camping stuff, fishing stuff, and we made it out here in pretty good speed. You know, and just generally speaking, the boat has been great. It's been comfortable to sit in all day. It's got plenty of room for everything that we've had. And I mean, as you can see, it's definitely taken a bit of a beating. You know, a little bit of sand, a little bit of salt water all over it. But again, you know, fully loaded up. And it's really been looking good, I gotta say. Big fan. Getting ready to be in the last hours of our last day here, and today's been pretty underwhelming fishing. Not a lot going on today. That first day really got us excited, and turns out today was not the same. So getting pretty tired from paddling around a bit, but it's absolutely beautiful out here, and the boat's been performing well, so really nothing to complain about. Just wish we'd catch another fish or two before we go.